Hi, it's Fionna Gossling with an update as to what happened in Burlington real estate in July 2025. So it's very boring out there in Burlington real estate, I tell you. Prices are very flat when you look at the average sale price. So, in spite of what the news is saying, with it being a terrible market, what I am finding, particularly in the Burlington market, is it is a very flat market. Things need to be priced properly. They always have been, but it is more obvious now than ever before. They need to be prepared properly and marketed properly, and you need to negotiate deals well. And then it is just the way real estate always should be. So as you can see, the line has been fairly flat since going back to 2023. This is both the average and the median sale price plotted month over month. And you can see there was a bit of a bumpy ride here with the correction in 2022. But since we have corrected in early 2023, it's been relatively flat. When there are so few transactions that happen, a few really large sales or the absence of those will really impact your average sale price, which is why it's important to look at graphs like this and kind of take a step back and assess what's actually going on in the market there. But what you can see from here is we had 246 units sell, which is actually amazing for July. Summer is typically a very slow month in real estate, but this July we have had more sales than almost in the last year and a half. I mean, there's a couple of May 2024, April 2024, there was quite a bit of activity there. May 2025, there was more activity. Other than that, that's amazing for July. Average sale price was $20,000 off the month before, and consistent with what it was in April. So it's pretty flat and boring there. And same with the median sale price. The median sale price ticked up a little bit, but it's hovering around that $1 million mark. And they were taking a little bit longer to sell this month, so about 34 days on average. If there's a lot of condo sales, you will see that because typically they're conditional on the status certificate, which can take up to 10 business days. So it's just a longer sales cycle with the condo. This is comparing Burlington, all product in Burlington, July 2025 versus July 2024. We had 41% more transactions, which is terrific. 38% more to choose from, which means you just have to be that much tighter in terms of preparing your property for sale. Months of inventory did not change because although we had more to choose from this year, we also had more sales. Average sale price was down by 1%. And days on market was up by 26%. So it is taking a bit longer. And when you break down where those average sale prices are actually coming from, you can see we have the majority of inventory in condos here, 6 months of inventory, and the average sale price is $603,000. We had 70 townhouse home sales. The average sale price of a townhouse is $864,000. And the average sale price of a detached home was $1.432, which is, if you're looking at the last 4 months, very consistent. Boring, which is good. That's what real estate should be. Nice and steady. Same with the average sale price for a townhouse, kind of steady. And the condo has jumped around a little bit more. What I find interesting about condos is we did see more sales, which is great. We've had so much inventory in condos in the last number of years that it is encouraging to see that increased number of sales, decreased number of units on the market, although it is minor there. I wouldn't celebrate yet. And the sale price here is down, which tells me that it's some of the smaller units that are selling, not the larger units. If you had any specific questions, don't hesitate to reach out. If you're looking for opportunities within today's market, I'm happy to discuss those with you. And any specific questions, I'm here. Otherwise, I will check back next month and we'll see how August wrapped up. Hope you enjoy the last couple weeks of summer.